Hello everybody, how are you doing today? I'm your host Hojat, and today we are going to be making pesto pasta. Now, I'm going to Italy in 2 more months, and so I'm going to try my hand at making pasta and then comparing it to the pasta in Italy. Now, I do like to say pasta, but since it's an Italian dish, maybe I should be saying pasta today. So, here are all the ingredients you need to make pesto pasta. Salt, pepper, paprika, and turmeric, 2 onions, 1/3 a cup of walnuts, rigatoni, mushrooms, this one's optional, Parmesan cheese, 2 cloves of garlic, basil, lemon juice, and ground beef. First, we're going to be making our pesto sauce. Let's cut our 2 garlic cloves into very small, thin pieces, as these will later be crushed. So, for the sake of ease, we're just going to be chopping up a little bit of our basil, like so it's easier when we're grinding it up. I just spilled some there, but it's okay. And like this, it'll be easier to ground up when we're making our pesto. Nothing too fancy. Now, we're going to be adding our basil, walnuts, our garlic, our lemon juice. Keep in mind, I only use around half of my ingredients here, and then combine them with the second half later because my mortar and pestle wasn't large enough. Crush what you have right now. Go until it looks like this. Remember, if you're going to do it this way and without a food processor, it requires patience. Now, we're going to grate our Parmesan. Pour in your shredded Parmesan. Now you're going to add your first capful of olive oil, and we'll definitely be adding some more later. But first, we're going to continue grounding it up. Halfway through, we're going to add our second cup of olive oil. If you want, even add a second half a cup because it makes it taste way better. But I'm trying to be a little more healthy, so let's keep going. Once you're done, your pesto should look like this. If it's even more green, that's fine. We did this for around, I'd say, half an hour, maybe a little less. Remember, be patient.
Be patient, guys, be patient, blah, blah, blah.
Now, we're gonna move on to making our meatballs. So, we're gonna take our onion and just start grinding it because we're gonna turn it into very small bits and then put it into our meat, which will help enhance the flavor. Now, we're gonna add our ground beef, salt, pepper, paprika, turmeric, and finally, 1 egg for some added protein. This is optional. Now, we mix. Very satisfying.
Yo, shut the...
One thing you can do is simply take the meat, do this, and then grab a clump and then throw it on the pan again. This allows for the air in between the meat to go away and therefore make the balls much more well connected. We're gonna make our meatballs. Now, for the sake of me ensuring that the meat cooks properly, I don't make my meatballs too large, but you can make them whatever size you want. So we're gonna do this and then we're gonna start cooking. Now, with your preheated stove, we're going to put in all of our meatballs. We'll put the rest on later. For now, we don't have too much space. Now, while our meat is cooking, we're gonna be cutting up our mushrooms. But just make sure that your meat doesn't start burning, so check on it often. So, we're just gonna turn these into thin slices, which we are then going to add to our meat. One slice should look a little like this. Just quickly coming over here and mixing a little, just to make sure, again, the meat doesn't burn. Do this while you're cutting up your onions. And remember, the mushrooms are optional. I don't even like mushrooms that much. I'm mostly just doing this for my parents, who for some reason like mushrooms. Again, while our meat is cooking, we can multitask and pour water into this pot. We're going to be pouring water until a little over the halfway mark, and then move on to our next step. Pour in our salt. Even a little bit more. And then, to avoid the pasta from sticking together while they cook, we just put in a bit of oil and turn up on high until it starts to boil. Within that time, you should be about ready to now pour your mushrooms with your meat. Again, optional mushrooms. These will allow the mushrooms to cook within the beef's juice. The final step for our meat is to now take our freshly made pesto sauce, unless you bought it from the store. In that case, I'm a little disappointed, and pour it onto our meat. And then we mix as it cooks, distributing the flavor throughout the entirety of our dish once we combine it all together to make our beautiful pesto pasta. Home stretch, guys. Let's pour in our rigatoni. I had to pour a little extra because I have guests coming over, so just keep that in mind. Go, 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 go. I hate that part. Our final step, pour in our meatball, mushroom, and pesto sauce mixture with our pasta. And once you mix, you're all done. Pour some pepper on. An absolute beauty. Let's have a taste test. Hot. That's better than I thought it would turn out. 8 out of 10. I really recommend this. So, thank you all so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this episode of me trying to cook while my mom bosses me around. And I'll see you next time. See ya.